The team have now, it wouldn't surprise me if you did. The team have now travelled over 400 miles to the second test in, oh dear, somewhere in India. Double Ashes winner Steve Harmison is out there for talkSPORT. He joins us now. Harmy, where are you?
Oh, you got to say it. Have a go.
Visakhapatnam. Harmy, where are you?
Visakhapatnam.
Is Harmy there? No, he's not.
No,
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, can you hear me?
Right, Harmy?
Yeah, I can hear you, Al. You just dropped out for a second. Where
are you?
We're in Visakhapatnam. That's where we are. If you want to shorten it, it's in Vizag. So we made the short journey, which took us basically all day. And to put it in context, where you are in the world, it was like going from London to Brighton via Aberdeen.
Oh,
so
really?
we flew over Hyderabad twice. But no, we are here. We left Hyderabad, went to Mumbai, and then flew back over Hyderabad to get to Visakhapatnam. So we're here. It's a seaside town. It's a beautiful town. It's a bit like Eastbourne. It's not like the sort of heart of India where the sort of chaos and the atmosphere is not as heavy. So the ground is a picture. And I'm sitting here right now looking at Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum, who's talking to Ollie Pope, and I think they're trying to work out what the combination of the team is. They've got the covers moved off the pitch. Ben and Brendan had a really good look at it. I spent 10 minutes looking at it, and then now I think working out which combinations do they go to. 2 spinners, 2 seamers. Do they go 3 spinners like they did in last time? I'd be surprised if that with Jack Leach out. So, yeah, there's a big conversation going on right at this second.
Harmy, that was an incredible first test. Did you honestly dream that could happen?
You dreamed, yeah. And anything's possible with this team. Ben Stokes, Brendan McCullum. They are the 2 people who try and take positive outcomes every single day that they go on the field. Ben doesn't believe he's ever beat, and he said that building into the test match that no matter what, and at the end, no matter what happens or what situation the game is, if he's still got a part to play, he can make sure that he can do something special, and that's what it was. 190 behind, nobody give them a chance. Nobody give them a chance. That's 4-0 down, playing with 10 men against the top side in the Premier League. So yeah, it was an unbelievable victory.
Harmy, how much of a loss will Leach be for England?
Yeah, it's a big loss because he's your experienced spinner. Hartley took the wickets in the last game. Leach struggled because he was immobile. His movements was very restricted in that last game, but he still did a job for England. I think that's why I mentioned right now the conversation that's going on, because even in the last game when Jack Leach wasn't as mobile as he could, he still bowled 36 overs. And can you get that 36 overs from somewhere else? Do you go with a seamer? Can he bowl 36 overs in a test match? Very much doubt it in India. So Jack Leach will be a loss because of his experience.
Yeah. Hey, Harmy, by the way, a few of the Barmy Army are over there, aren't they?
Oh yeah, it's well populated. The not only the Barmy Army but all the other touring groups. There's a lot of English people in Vizag now. There was a lot in Hyderabad. The crowd was excellent in Hyderabad. It really was. Not what you get normally for a test match. Test matches you get less than half full. They seem to be dying off when it comes to spectators, but not when England turn up. So the Barmy Army were here in force. There will be again in the seaside town, and I'm sure England will give them something to shout about.
And Harmy, just away from that just for a moment, the Toon Army, they're back on the march.
Did they win the other night? It's 2:00 in the morning when it's over here, so
we should be talking about cricket, Harmy.
We don't get to see too much of the football.
Let's talk cricket, Harmy.
They won all right, Harmy. Don't worry about that. Gabby's greeting.
Was that just the second time that Eddie Howe, outclassed Unai Emery, or was it just my eyes at 2:00 in the morning? My eyes at 2:00 in the morning are not the best normally, but at least I didn't have a drink this time watching the game. They were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant. So proud of.
I love Botman.
Newcastle achieved.
Harmy, he's solid, isn't he?
I tell you what, your mate the Chunk laughed at me when I said after about 5 games, Botman's one of the closest things I've seen to Vidic when he first came in the Premier League.
He's quick, isn't he? Strong, good on the ball, aggressive.
He is a Rolls Royce. He is an unbelievable defender. And do you know what? When people just see the stature of him, they think he's an out-and-out defender. The boy can play.
You know what's funny, Harmy, quickly? I was watching the game with my son. I says, How dare Fabian Schär try and score a hat-trick? I was calling him a cheeky, like I was swearing in front of my lad, my 15-year-old. I was like, how dare he think he can try and score a hat-trick at Villa Park, the cheeky little... He was close,
Gabby,
weren't he?
He was close. Do you know what the thing about Fabian Schär? He sums up and typifies the change in Newcastle United Football Club. He's been there for a long, long time. He was there when things weren't going so well. He was there when we were going into the Championship, and everybody accused having Championship players. And one man changed the forecast of that, and that was Eddie Howe. And he's not the only one. Sean Longstaff. There's many, many examples, but Fabian Schär, I think, has been the one that's benefited the most from Eddie Howe's ability to coach a group of players, especially the ones that were there from the sort of negative times.
Yeah.
And I think Fabian Schär has benefited probably the most out of anybody else, which is, I think, is great to see, because I think he's a smashing footballer.
Harmy, we look forward to it, mate. Tomorrow, we'll speak tomorrow again. Thank you, Stevie Harmison over in
Cheers,
India.
boys.
The second test coming up tomorrow morning early.